Hi, and welcome to another edition of Quality Corner. I am Mark Kearney, the Senior Director of Quality and Regulatory Affairs with Xometry. In today's edition, we will be covering a key workmanship standard, more specifically, painted surfaces. We'll demonstrate some unacceptable and acceptable cosmetic conditions of painted surfaces and some strategies to ensure the job is completed successfully. We'll start by reviewing some unacceptable painted surfaces. What we see here in image 1 is an excessive amount of orange peel texturing paint painted onto the surface. Orange peel texturing on a painted surface is not permissible and does not meet the workmanship standard. Take care in setting up your sprayer to prevent orange peel. Painted surfaces should be smooth. Image 2 provides an example of paint sag. Paint sag on a painted surfaces is also not permissible. Paint sag may occur when the paint gun is held too close, the air pressure is spraying too low, or the surface was not properly cleaned prior to painting. Here in image 3 is an example of dust particles. Dust particles that are larger than 30 thousandths of an inch may not be visible on a painted surface and are not permissible for this workmanship standard. Be sure to take care to clean the surface prior to painting and apply any paint in a reasonably clean space to avoid dust contamination. Now let's look at inconsistencies in color. Inconsistencies in color are also not permissible and are generally indicating that there is poor workmanship. Take care to sufficiently mix the paint color and paint the surface using a consistent application technique. Another example of unacceptable workmanship standard is known as fish eyes. Fish eyes should not be visible on any painted surface. The surface should be cleaned thoroughly before applying the paint, and any risk of contamination during paint application should be avoided. Here in image 6 is an example of overspray. Overspray is not permissible and should be prevented during application. Take care to mask surfaces at risk of overspray when painting specific surfaces. Use appropriate techniques to prevent this overspray. Now that we've looked at some unacceptable examples, let's look at an acceptable example. But please note this, Xometry's cosmetic standard for painted surfaces includes painted surfaces shall be consistent and continuous in the finish. Painted surfaces shall be free of visible machining marks, scratches, abrasions, dust particles, fish eyes, orange peel, or bare metal. Painted surfaces should be reviewed against this standard at a distance of 18 inches at 1 times the power of magnification. When painting a surface, make sure the surface is clean of contamination and foreign object debris, also known as FOD, that may affect the quality of the painted surfaces. Painted surfaces are cosmetic and the workmanship will be clearly visible to the end customer. Painted surfaces should be carefully inspected before shipping parts to the customer or to Xometry. If there are any concerns, the Xometry case management team can be contacted by selecting Report an Issue in the portal for the job in question. An acceptable condition is noted here in image 1 as the painted surface has no inconsistencies or discontinuances in the finish. There are no machining marks, scratches, abrasions, dust particles, fish oils, orange peel, or bare metal showing. This is a surface that the customer would like to see. I thank you for your time, and this is another edition of Quality Corner.